Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am stoked you guys are here. Today, I've got a cool one for you. We have got an update to our Pulsar slash 8020.5 Detent magnet challenge that I've been working on. I learned a little bit from JD for EDC by watching his channel, and I came up with, pretty weak detent actually, the magnets and whatnot I use. So anyway, I had a gentleman, brother Saigon Kick, reached out to me, and he said, Javon, I've been working on this for a while, and he was the one that had originally started. He said, let me send you some scales, and he sent these for me to try out with the magnets I use mounted the way, and he's even got these little cabinet stopper type things to keep the blade from hitting the magnet. But he also sent this Pulsar to look at. And if you can look in here, let me get a light. Let's just grab my FocusWorks F2. If you can see there right in the back, you've got a couple of mounted magnets. That's not where I mounted mine, and my magnets were not nearly that size. So what I noticed about his Pulsar is, pow, it's actually got detent. Keep in mind, I'm horizontal, guys. Those magnets really pull that blade down. So anyway, the first shout out is to Saigon Kick. Thank you for letting me experience this stuff and check it out and learn from you. Guys, I will put his Instagram in the description. Y'all go give Saigon Kick a follow. So what I was going to do today is, secondly, I was going to say thank you to all my channel members. Thank you guys more than you know. I appreciate you more than you know. And I'm really grateful to have you along this ride with me. And I also wanted to thank any of you who've come through, discovered the content, stumbled across it, and you watch it and enjoy it. I appreciate you more than you know. I know time's valuable, and the fact that you give me a little bit to watch my crazy knife content is humbling, to say the least. And let's just get into it, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 20.5. This is the one that I purchased off the Jason Grant raffle. Not Jason Grant, Jason Brown, RIP. And that was weird. Anyway, off the Jason Brown, Brother Brown raffle. And then I reached out to Transparent Knives, Brian, to see if he had any of the 80-20.5 blades, because he does a lot of reblades. If he had any of the stock blades in 3V, this is before the other blade steels had come out. 3V, K112, and OS 10 were your choices. And I wanted a 3V blade because I've got several of these knives. Anyway, he did. We put together a deal. And this is kind of a Frankenstein knife. And I figured it'd be a good one to try these out on and see what we've got. So I'm going to start with a T6 for my clip here. This is a Pops deep carry clip off Etsy. It's not a standard clip. Not that that matters. Just thought I'd point it out. All right, the 80-20.5 comes apart pretty easily. You just got to watch for the wonky spring. You don't want it jumping out on you. Let's get that out. Let's kind of hold this down. Guys, I'm a blooming idiot. I was going to say it would help if I took the pivot out before I tried to wedge out my my scales. This one's free balling in here. We'll see what happens when we get inside there. Alright, let's switch out to our T8. Get our pivot out. I think this one doesn't have skiffs yet. I think this is the one that does not yet have skiffs. We'll see. Alright, they're my magnets. I wanted to compare. Let's do this. Go ahead and take our stand out. All right. So what you'll see here is my magnets are thicker. Saigon actually countersinks these a little bit, so you don't have it coming into contact with the other parts, with the blade. And what I didn't do is when I first set it up, I did not have my my magnets set up the right way. They were pulling against each other when they were supposed to be opposing. I learned that off of one of JD's videos. So with these being already mounted, I think that's a pretty big win because we won't have to jack with that. If we can get the scales off and keep our spring intact, which we did, we should be in pretty good shape. Let's do this. Take our little stops out. There, see, we got our steel bearings still in there. I'll show you how we size those up. Put our stop. Back spacer. I got all my parts over here, guys, but fear not. Whoa. All right. So, the first thing we would do is, I know because I've done so many 80-20.5s, but this is a good chance to show you guys how we find out that that's not a 3/64, so that's actually a 1mm. See, it passes through the 1mm slot, and our pivot is supposed to be 6mm. It is. It goes in the 6, it does not go in the 5. So that's how we learned that it's 6mm by 1mm for our bearings. So I'm going to get rid of my pivot. I'm going to pop out my liner. These things are fitted in there very well. Very good tolerances. Bear with me, guys. This will not be a struggle bus, I promise you. I say that. It will not be a struggle bus. Alright, so get rid of that scale. And we are going to try Saigon scale. Now I can feel that magnet working. Let's see, this is going to go to the front. All right, so now the first thing I'm going to want to do is get my little 6mm by 1mm. These are 19 balls, so this is going to be over twice the ball bearings for stability. Give it a little KPL love. Probably more than it needs. Grease up my bearing there. Now let's get our stop pin. Put her back in. It. our blade. Now we're going to put in our 2 spring pins, like so. And then we're going to put in our back spacer, like so. Yes, I know it's green. No, it does not bother me a bit. This is a temporary. Whoops. So what I'm going to do is a little cheat. It's probably not recommended, but I do it just for S&Gs. I like to get my back spacer kind of in there. So I'll lightly put a screw in. Lightly put a screw in. And I know that blade is flopping. I should be more careful, be more conscious. But there should be no but after that sentence. But because I'm not, the blade is now safely detached from the main apparatus of the knife. And I'm still able to get my little screws in, which probably does nothing except help me keep up with less parts, which means something. Alright, so we got our 1 bearing set. We had our stop pin jump out on us. Alright, now we are going to take this and this, and then we are going to take, make sure our pivot's pressed up tight, take a little bit of this KPL original, then I'm going to juice up my fingers real quick, goose them up with some KPL, drop that down like so, and then I'm going to take some KPL heavy, and I'm going to give it just a little glob right there, just because. Alright, now guys, let me just get my stuff down the way I want it, get my other scale, snap it down, pop this bad boy on while the magnets are fighting me. And let's do this. Let's do our pivot. I think I got it all the way seated through, but we'll have to see when we get it all back together if we are indeed where we need to be. I think I've got a little bit of girth there. Nah, we'll see. I have a feeling my pivot slightly needs to wiggle just a hair. Let's do this before I cause myself undue stress. Let's take that off. All right. I want to make sure those are in tight. Most importantly, I want to make sure that is in. Well, that'll hit up right in the front. Axis spring is up. There we go. Popped it down ever so slightly. The magnets are janking with me. It's a good thing. They're working. They're very strong. They're much stronger than the ones I was dealing with before. I can just feel it in the... All right. Let's get this screw in. Using my GoodSkrew, my GoodSkrew Damascus driver. I think they've got some regular stonewash tie on their site, or I saw an Instagram post. I know that they're coming. Let's see. I figured you'd do that, John. All right. No harm, no foul. We have reclipped the opposite side, because without at least one struggle, this would not be a disassembly video of mine. So we will put this in. And we will put this one in. Then we will take that out and take this one out. Pop our clip on. Just checking something, guys. I got a curious thought, which I'm glad I did. My clip screws are yet indeed longer than my regular screws. So what I'm going to have to do is cheat it with this double-sided bit, because I'm not taking this thing apart. I'm not taking it apart to get a clip screw out. I declare I'd rather not do that, but I will get my little finger bit from Skiff. that right there. Now I've saved my clip screws. See, those are longer. So now what we will do it's free spinning on me, guys. It wants me to take the whole thing apart, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my short screw and I'm going to mount it on the right side tightly. Then I'm going to use my finger bit and try to coax this other screw out like this. Gently, like a little babe. And we did successfully on that. So now what we need to do is get our clip on, see if we're centered. See if our skiffs work, all that good stuff. So temporarily I'm going to move our pulsar. I'm going to pop this screw in right there. Pop this screw in. This is a burnished clip, so it's kind of got that flamed look. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to do that. Tighten that biatch down. Tighten that one down. Now I'm going to finger bit and tweak these guys so they're tight on both sides. Have to grab my wee-haw for this side because I've got that clip in the way. Get that good and tight. Get this one good and tight. Guys, what I can tell you is that, my friends, is a resounding success. I think, well, I know, because I could hear it in the detent, that this 80-20.5 has so much more snap now than it did before. Guys, what a win. Thank you to Saigon Kick for sending this along for me to check out. Thank you for you guys for being patient and watching me. And I just appreciate each and every one of you. Jason Brown, I appreciate you, brother. You inspire me every day to be up and be better than I ever could. Sorry I went slack on your name earlier in the video. My mind's everywhere. I love each and every one of you. All I ask is please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love y'all. Peace.